In this video I'm going to show you Crosstab query using multiple tables and how we can group records in a meaningful way. So in our case we're going to use two tables, these are customer tables and order details, and we're going to use product availability as the field to demonstrate, and quantity and the unit price field in the order details table, and for the customer city. So supposing our manager wants customer, order and product availability by city, so that we can view for each availability, whether it's available or not, amounts invoiced for all customers living in the city. So for product availability amounts invoiced for all customers living in the city. So in order to understand that, I'm just going to show you a simple query design. So we'll create a query design. So create. We cannot use query wizard for single table. We can query wizard for multiple tables. We can use it for single table. So we'll use query design. Let me just lift this up a bit. So customers and order details, orders. We want to present all the tables just to give you a perspective of the relationship between the table, so that it's clearer. The details there. Lift this up a bit. Okay. Right. So I'm just going to do a simple query first before we do the crosstab query. So we're going to see city. Pull out the city first. So double click on the city, and we want to have quantity, unit price, not the status ID but product availability. So at the moment, datasheet view, this is what it looks like. We want to check availability, the total cost, and unavailability as well. So total cost per city. So we want to group all the cities together. At the moment it's all over the place, so it's very difficult to read. So go back to the query design view, and we want to be able to have a calculated total quantity multiplied by multi. So we don't need the quantity and the unit price field. So cut this, and we want this one, but we'll bring it back again. Just delete it for the moment. So we want to have a field. So right click expression here, where we multiply the quantity multiplied by the unit price, so you can work out the total for each order. So right click and go into zoom, then it gives you easier view. So we want quantity, quantity, quantity multiplied by unit price. Keep doing that. Okay, it doesn't matter about the uppercase or lowercase. Unit price, and it's got to be exactly the same as in the field. There is a space in unit price, so we have to have that as well. And when we select OK in the expression 1, we want to make a meaningful label, total in this case. So we have the city and the total, and we want to have the product availability there as well. At the moment it looks something like this, availability. So we want to be able to calculate the total for each of the cities. So Las Vegas, we want to group them together so that we can present the information and have the total amount, and have product availability in the column, or whether it's available or not available in the column section, if you see what I mean. So let's go back to the design view and design a crosstab query. So now watch the rows here, especially the show criteria and so on. As soon as I click crosstab, things change here. So when you select crosstab, you see crosstab here, sort and criteria. In crosstab we can have the customers grouped by in the crosstab as a row heading, and we want the total to be worked out as sum of all the totals per city, and we want this to be presented as value. And product availability, we want both available and not available remember, is checked or not checked. Not checked is going to be 0, checked is going to be 1. So, and now when we present, I hope we've got this. If we haven't, we have to come back to the design again. Let's just see. Yep. So -1 is the availability and 0 is the unavailability. So we want to be able to present that in a meaningful way. So let's see how. So just to reiterate, -1 represents availability and 0 represents unavailability. So you want to have the labels on the column label has to be some sort of meaningful. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go back to the design view. What we need to do here in product availability, right click and go to zoom and then type here IIF open bracket availability, in our case available AVAILABLE square bracket, comma, space, available, because that's true when available, when it's true, when it's checked, and unavailable if it's unchecked. Available. You can actually type anything you want in here, as long as it's meaningful in the column or sense. So then just press OK, and we have everything correct as before. And if we just right click and look at the datasheet view, you have mine available and the 0 unavailable, and the totals for each of the city is grouped as shown here. So the final thing to do is really to save the piece of work using Lesinski style naming convention. Query city customer product available and not available. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe or add a comment. Thank you for watching.